Okay, what I have here is a 2011 Harley-Davidson Nightster 1200cc. And even though it's a 2011, the bike is like brand new. Actually, it only has a little over 300 miles on it. However, I did buy it wrecked. My intentions were to fix it up and ride it myself. However, right now, because of the financial situation, just can't afford to fix it. There's very little damage on it. I did hit something in the front, so it did damage the fender. I'll show you some of the damage here. The upper tubes are bent. However, the lowers are still good. And I priced out the uppers at the Harley-Davidson dealer here, and they're about $275 a piece for the two upper chrome parts here that goes behind the boot. Like I say, the lowers are in good shape yet. It does need a wheel. The wheel did get bent. You can see right down here. However, the tire seems to be in good shape. It's still brand new. It still holds air. The rotor they took off basically at the salvage yard. They took that off, or the caliper rather. It's just hanging there. They took that off so that they could get the damaged fender out of the way, and took that off. So I mean, there's not a whole lot of damage really. The mirror is loose, that's all. It just needs to be tightened. I don't have a wrench right now to fit it. A little bit of damage I see here is this handle is scraped on the end a little bit here. I mean, that could be replaced or it could be touched up depending on how cheap or how much money you want to spend. The gas tank does have a little ding right here. You can see that. That's the only damage on the bike itself. I mean, the gas tank rather. But everything else is in really good shape. They did lay it down on the side. So this little rear muffler does have some scrapes right through here. You can replace just a muffler, or if you want, you know, kind of a hotter bike, you can get a set of headers, which a lot of people do anyway, and replace those. And this one turn signal did get smashed, right rear one. And again, you can replace that at Harley, I believe, for about $50, or for the same $50 you could go with the whole set of aftermarket smaller turn signals. But the thing runs good. It starts right up. Now this mirror, it'll straighten out too. But all in all, the bike is in like perfect shape. Like I say, only 300 miles. And blue book value on this bike is still around $10,000, basically just a little over 10 grand. And let me stick the key in here and show you how well this thing runs. Because like I say, it's still brand new. You can see there, it has 323 miles on it. That's it. I'm going to put the camera down a little bit so I can hold the clutch in and get this thing started. Electric fuel pump. See, it starts right up. It's not smoke or anything like that. It's a really nice bike. I'd love to keep it. Like I said, the parts, you might have about $1,200 in parts for it to get it back roadworthy. And if you can't afford a brand new Nightster, you end up with this one for about half the price. And like I say, with 323 miles, this bike actually spent its life in somebody's garage, and I think about probably the first, second, or third time that they took it out to ride it, unfortunately they wrecked it. This is one thing I kind of thought was neat, is this license plate thing. It folds up. You can fold it out to show the plate, or you can fold it back in. for the show. So, but everything's like brand new on it. I tell you, there's still the nubs on the tires, front and rear. It's a 5-speed, 1200cc Nightster. Very sharp looking bike. I mean, even though it's got the dent here, the paint isn't cracked. So you could, either choose to leave the dent there or fix it. I do have a fender for it, so that's something you don't have to purchase. Fender bolt right on. It just needs to be painted black. So basically that's what you're looking at, is the upper forks, a rim, and a turn signal. And this thing would be ready to cruise. So you could leave the exhaust this way, you could replace just the one muffler, or you could put an aftermarket louder exhaust on it, which is what I was probably going to do. So, anybody interested, this is going on eBay for sale at a real reasonable price. Like I say, you can own this thing for half the price of the brand new one if you went down to the Harley dealer. And basically, even though it's 2011 with only 325 miles on it, it's still a brand new bike. So don't be afraid to call and ask questions, or email me and ask questions rather. Thank you.